Chronicles of Football podcast. We're live inside. Another week. Another talk. Another episode as we do. Myself, JNR, your host, main host, and I got my co-host, the real father from the south side.
This guy.
Yeah, big father from the south side.
Every week.
Yeah, Dito, what's happening?
Yeah, what's happening? You good?
I'm blessed, man. Good week?
Yeah, can't complain.
Nice week. The internationals have saved you a little banter this week. Do you know what I'm saying?
Save me a little banter.
Well, could have saved me.
Oh.
Could have been anything. But you didn't end well, so I'm gonna say you. But we'll leave it as that. Yeah?
Do you hear this?
We'll leave it as that.
We'll keep it there then.
There you go. We'll keep it there.
Yeah.
But
what about the guest?
What about
the guest?
See the guest we got this week?
What about the guest?
The guest we've got this week. It's like we've got a legend in the building.
Listen.
Yeah?
Listen.
Well, Tasami's a legend.
100%.
The Mr. Go hard or go yard.
Yeah.
All of that.
The Mr. Motivator.
I see Bear Man vomit over sessions with this guy, you know.
Captain Payne.
Yo.
Yeah? The big yard father. Huh? And I'm talking, if your first touch is bad, you're going to know yourself.
You better believe it.
You better believe it.
You better believe it.
I'm talking, we've got Mr. Six-Pack in the building. And I'm not talking about abs, I'm talking about a six-pack of Guinness. That's a light work for him. Yeah? That's light work for him. But listen, ladies and gents.
It's the one and only.
It's the one and only, Mr. Jamie Lawrence. Welcome, sir.
Respect, bro.
How you doing, man?
Good afternoon.
How's everything? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm blessed, yo.
Yeah, you're just looking all lean and this.
I'm leaner now than when I played.
All right, how's things going though?
Yeah, been good, you know.
Yeah?
Been good, yeah. Training's been going really good.
That's good, man.
Got some good up-and-coming little ballers and that.
Brilliant. Love that. Love that. It's that. Obviously, you're putting them through the pain, so I'm just expecting big things soon.
It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everything's mental.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're willing to go through pain, you'll come out the other side and achieve something.
I fully understand that. Now, whenever we get a guest on there, the first question we always ask them is, why football?
Why football?
Yeah.
I've always loved football. So from when I was a little kid, my mum and all that always used to say to me that I used to go sleep with my football.
Mm.
And I don't know where I got it from an early age. I was one of those who always wanted to improve. And football was my thing. Football and cricket, actually.
Mm.
Cricket?
I had a choice of football or cricket.
What was your bowler about?
Both open bowling and opening batting.
Easy.
All-rounder, yeah?
Yeah, I was all-rounder. Yeah, them times the West Indies were good. So my dad used to watch cricket for 5 days. I would watch a test.
You go to a test?
I used to go to test match all the time on my own as a youth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So,
I know, sitting down watching a test with my granddad especially, I used to watch that as a youth, man. So I just think, nah, man, this is long. And then when I got to understand one day, I was like, yeah, this is a little bit better still. It's quicker, it's faster. I can get through that one day.
One day?
Yeah,
See, one day is not enough skill involved.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah, the test match, it takes a lot of skill, concentration, you know what I mean? All of that.
So, where did it start?
My football journey.
Yeah, how did it start?
What, my professional?
No, where did it start from?
Ground zero.
From the boss as a young boy. Yeah. How did it start?
My primary school, we had a wicked teacher called Mr. Airy.
Mm-hmm.
He loved sport.
We've always got one of them teachers, isn't it?
Yeah, I come from New Zealand.
Yeah.
He happened to buy me my first pair of football boots.
Oh, wow.
But I was playing 2-3 years up from when I was like 6, 7. So I knew I had something.
Mm-hmm.
And when he bought me my first pair of boots, that's when you know you're kind of about it still.
Yeah.
But I've always been a winner, always wanted to win. If I lost anything, I'll rev the ump, I'll go away and I'll practice. And I'm always the first one in the pen, our football pen, and the last one to leave.
Straight.
And the only time I would leave is when I heard Mommy's. So our little thing, it's like when you heard Mommy's voice, you had to run around the block and make sure you beat her in on the way. Otherwise you're in problems.
Yeah, you're finished.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so you say in primary school.
Yeah, John Burns Primary School.
John Burns.
Yeah, in Battersea.
Battersea, yeah. I know that one.
We had a serious team at that time. It was us and a team called Alan Edwards.
Alan Edwards, primary. That's at the back of down near Stockwell.
Yeah.
Because I went Wyville on
Where did you go?
Wyville on not Lansdowne Road, on it's near Vauxhall Station.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the road's called, but I went to that one. So we were kind of rivals in terms of like, you know, little playground football and all of that stuff. So how did it go from, I'm sure obviously
from school
football to like
grassroots.
We had a team, when we left primary school, one of the parents set up a team called Larkle Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
And
in Larkle Park, I take it.
What?
In Larkle Park.
Nah, we played in Collier's Wood.
Oh, okay.
But he was one of them as well, taught me a lot. Like, you know, now they say that's about taking part. Well, none of that. Right? All about winning.
Yeah, straight.
Right? And that's
straight.
what life's about, the same thing.
Yeah.
If you go for a job, there's applicants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he taught us that from early. We had some players, and you know, nowadays, everyone has to play. None of that either.
If you're good, you
play.
You got
the right to play.
And that's at that age. You're
that
getting
age.
that kind of...
Yeah, 11.
At that age.
That age, you know what I mean?
Early, no favoritism.
Nah.
If you're good enough, you're playing.
You play,
if you're good
exactly.
enough, you're sitting on the bench.
Yeah. And he used to always have us around his house. You know, when World Cup was on? Brazil.
Yeah.
Brazil them times in 1982.
Yeah.
Brazil, Italy.
The dominant
and
teams.
And they beat Brazil 3-2. But you used to make us watch all sorts of football. It's proper. I'm still in contact with him today.
That's big, man. That's big. So I guess from how the story always looks, you play your grassroots football and you're always going to get the lurkers, the scouts with the jackets in the behind the trees. And so were there, when you were at that age, were there lookers? Were there people interested in wanting to take you in?
There was lookers, but I was very small as a kid.
Okay.
Right? And you know, they always, it's too small and all that.
Yeah.
So like my manager got me 2 trials, one at Millwall, one at Palace.
Okay.
But they've gone to, he's a bit too small. They said, they started me on Guinness, right? They said, tell him to drink Guinness and get him bigger.
At what age was this?
This was like 14, 15. So Mummy used to mash up the Guinness punch. Yeah? Guinness punch every day. Yeah? To the point where I learned how to make Guinness punch.
Myself. Yeah.
And that's where the Guinness journey begun. Yeah?
50s. That's why it's like water to you, because it's water to me.
You're into that now.
Yeah? I could drink it all day and still go and train. Yeah?
Oh my days. So you've gone on trial. It went for you.
Knockbacks.
Yeah.
But you know, some people would give up after a couple of knockbacks. But I was still playing up until like 16, 17. Then I played, when I left secondary school, went to the old boys team called Old St. John's.
Okay.
Right? So I played for the old boys. First, I played for the 4th team. Right? They had a man called John Sackett, who was a big part of my life as well. Helped me massively. And as soon as he saw me, he's gone, you're too good for this level.
Really?
Yeah. So then he got the job as a first team manager, took me with him. Then he got me another trial at Millwall. But them time there, my mum and dad had gone back to Jamaica.
Okay. So you say they weren't
by yourself now?
I was living with my sister.
Okay.
Where, like, I never really had no job. I was starting to get in problems on the roadside.
Yeah.
So like, he actually gave me a job.
Okay.
To stop me from getting in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But so man's paying you £50 a week. When you get paid on a Friday, £50 gone.
Gone.
You know what I mean? So,
compared to the street money that you might be getting, that's quadruple. Or,
and that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
I had to live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had to live. I've done certain things what I said that I was not proud of, but it's survival at the end of the day.
Yeah, you're one up, you and your sister.
Yeah, just me and my sister. So. There's no structure. You know, like when mommy and daddy are here, you don't realise how relevant that is.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? 100%. You know, that little fear, like, I don't want to upset mommy and daddy. You know what I mean? Even a little look what you get, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I'm here and I can do what I want.
Yeah.
Your sister's not pulling you back like that.
Well, she just had a kid. My sister's only 4 years older than me. She just had a kid struggling herself, you know what I mean?
So she's trying to make ends meet on her side
On
as
her
well.
side. And she had moved to Croydon. And I come from Battersea and I find myself in Battersea every day.
Mm.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm on the roadside doing certain things. And then, well, like, he got me that trial, never got nothing. And then from there, it quickly went downhill.
Yeah.
And then at 19, I got arrested. And then got 3 years. I got arrested for robbing the snooker room. And 3 other cases as well.
Yeah.
And then I got 3 years, which for me, first sentence, very harsh.
Very.
You know what I mean?
And you were 19 at this time.
I was 19. You know?
So what was that? 3 years do 1.5?
Nah, not.
Nah,
You was meant to do 2
Yeah.
at then sentences, but you go up for parole in your first after a year.
Okay.
I actually got parole first time because I was a model prisoner.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
done some education while I was in there.
Yeah.
Done a mechanics course.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing a welding course and that.
Right.
But then I come out.
Mm-hmm.
I was only out 3 months. Got arrested again.
And this is where you got the 4 years, right?
I got 4 years. But this is what a lot of people don't realise. There's certain people in your life, they pretend that they're real.
Mm.
And when it comes to it, they're not real.
Mm.
Right?
That's the day to day, to be fair. You start weeding out
Like
the little slivery ones as time goes on. Yeah,
It's a massive lesson.
Yeah. That's a life lesson.
You got to go through things to realise who's who and who's not.
When you're a kid, you don't see those things.
Nah,
because
everyone's
you haven't
your
got
boys.
life experience.
Yeah.
And your mom and dad always tell you about that.
Mm-hmm.
That they always tell you about that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Listen, mind your friends, you know.
Yeah.
They might not always be here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In your head, you're not thinking what that actually
It
means
means,
when you're
yeah.
going through from, say, when you're starting really meeting people at 11, 12,
Yeah.
13, 14
Yeah.
and going up.
Yeah.
So then when certain things happen,
That's
you
it.
know what I mean? Man sitting down.
And that's the thing, because what happened, my brethren was getting bullied by this brother
Mm-hmm.
when I was away. So I come out, we're seeing the brother now, innit? So I said to him, move to him, innit? I'm older. So I moved to him, he weren't doing too clever.
Yeah.
So I jumped in, broke it up, robbed it as well. But for weeks on end, he's driving around saying that he's going to kill me.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, all right, I better come look for you before you look for me, innit? Huh? So I knew where he lived anyway. So when he was meant to go work, I jump out on him now. I said, what are you saying?
Yeah.
I heard you're looking for me. I had it on his toes now. Call feds. Huh? Call feds after you're driving around.
Giving it the big one.
Yeah.
Threatening.
Yeah.
Threatening.
You know what I mean? It's better you not
man.
talk. You know what I mean?
You understand?
So then I got arrested now. My boy got arrested there. He went Queen evidence against me.
Oh.
He stood up in the dock and told them everything about me. And I got 4 years. He got not guilty, I got 4 years.
Your friend was saying this.
Yeah.
My friend.
Yeah.
Went Queen evidence against me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Catch on. Yeah. Friend. Queen evidence. So basically, he's going against him.
Against him,
Straight.
yeah.
He was in the dock. But on my first sentence, my mum never found out about it because she was in yard. I was sending letters out and then forwarded saying I'm all right.
Yeah.
But on the second, when I was on remand on the second one, that's the only time I cried in my sentence. And my mum come over. I was in Scrubs at the time. She come up on a video. Started crying. Why are you doing this to me, son? And you see your mum crying.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing.
Yeah, of course.
That was the hardest thing.
Mm.
I thought that let her down or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I got my 4 years, and I ended up in the Isle of Wight.
Isle of
which
Wight,
was-
yeah.
Yeah, it was a saviour for me.
Because
Getting out.
you're getting out
Uh,
now.
Getting out of it.
Getting out of the area.
Getting out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
getting out, yeah.
Not being
Yeah.
in
Getting out.
London or nowhere close.
Yeah,
to
you know when you're in
yeah.
London, you get caught up in the mix.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
You know?
So now you're, obviously, the sentence has started.
Yeah.
During that sentence, because I think I saw something where you were saying that it was more one of the guards and the prisoners kind of identified your skill
talent.
set, yeah, and because when I
Is it Mr. Walden?
yeah
Mr. Walder.
Walder,
Eddie Walder.
because when I saw that, I'm thinking you're inside,
Yeah.
but you're allowed out to go and play football. I've not.
It's how he breaks it.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's,
but yeah,
it's the
how
guy.
did
It's the guys.
Yeah.
He's a
So
big...
what happened now?
because he was a former footballer.
Footballer,
Yeah,
he played
yeah.
a good level. He
Yeah.
played semi-pro level.
Okay.
When I got to, it's a men's prison as well, Camp Hill, and
Mhm.
it was the worst prison for the sentence what I got
Mhm.
for violence and whatever. So when I got there, I'm 21 now, you know. shook.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who tells you they're not shook when they're going to prison are lying, right? But I was shook. Right? So I've gone in there. And then we had the wing bully.
Yeah.
So I put my name up for the phone. Come down to use the phone. It was at the top. My man rub out my name. So like I know that if I don't
you
confront my man now,
you're gonna be a target.
Yeah,
they're gonna be coming
for
for
a
you all
long
the time.
time.
Yeah. You gotta let you stamp him up quick.
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to hide.
Ain't got nowhere to go.
So I said, what are you doing? My man said, shut your mouth unless I do you. I said, you better have it now then. So went in table tennis, man was keeping watch, broke it up, knocked it clean out, broke my hand on him, went down the block. He grasped me up as well. Grasped me up as well. Got shipped out of prison. So I had an operation on my hand and all that, and then obviously no one ain't troubling me now because they know that.
Yeah, you set the benchmark already.
Yeah, I'm on it now.
Yeah.
So then we have an inter-wing football competition.
Mm-hmm.
And no one had really seen me play. But they said, can you play? I said, yeah, I'm all right. So that's the first time my wing had won the competition. We won the competition. I played well. Then we play against a team called Cow Sports on Boxing Day. They come into the prison.
They're from the Isle of Man as well.
Yeah,
Isle of Wight, sorry.
So these teams just come in and play us. But like, what's the film? Mean Machine.
Yeah.
Where all the prisoners on the outside.
Yeah.
That's what it was like. Yeah. And it's hostile. Yeah. Right? All the prisoners already. Yeah. You're allowed.
Yeah.
I think there's about 100 of them can come in. And there's a man, remember Ambrose Mendy?
Yes.
Nigel Benz.
Yes.
And Paul Ince's agent.
Okay.
Yes.
He was in prison at the same time.
Okay.
He was doing 2.5 years for fraud. So we played Cow Sports. I scored 2 goals against them. I scored a header in the 80-something minute winner. And they must have went to the governor. They said to the governor, like, any chance of us getting him out to play? But I had only done a year at the time. So I was going on out for parole after 16 months. So they said to him, like, listen, in 4 months' time, he goes on home leave, comes back, we'll revisit it.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, I wasn't thinking, no. So when it come to I got knocked back on my first parole. Come back, they said, we're going to allow you to go out and play football. Mr. Walder has gone out on a limb and the governor. But when people do that for me, I'm very loyal. I don't want to let them down because they could have lost their job.
Of course.
Because of that. If it went pear-shaped, they could have lost their job.
Yeah.
So I play for Cows. The first time I played in front of a proper crowd, like 300 fans they had at one point. Played my first game. I think won 2-0, played really well. And then week after week, I just got better and better. And then they gave me a job in the gym so I can train all day.
Yeah.
And then train when I get to my cell, get as fit as I possibly can. And then the manager of Cow Sports, Dale Young, who I'm still in contact with, he's like, you're too good for this. You could be a professional footballer. Yeah, and then...
You had that faith in you then?
Yeah, faith in me. And Mr. Walder as well.
So you're about 20 right about now?
I'm 22 now.
Okay.
But I'm saying, you're in prison.
Yeah.
You got a man inside that's got faith in you.
Yeah.
And then there's a man that's taking a risk on you. The guy outside, he's taking a risk on you. And on top of taking a risk on you, he's looking at you saying, you've got all the attributes,
And that gave me belief.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was ringing football clubs, right, to get me rung Portsmouth, Southampton. And then I had TV cameras coming in the prison, Standard, the Daily Mail, and following me to games and all that.
So they were trying to really promote you. Like,
I was going on radio shows on the Isle of Wight and all that.
Yeah, they were promoting you. Boy.
It's mad, but normally prisoners would be bitter.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were backing you.
But I never had none of that. All the prisoners were loving it because I was humble as well. And I had manners and respect for everybody.
Yeah.
They loved what I was doing.
Would you say also because you're far away from home as well? You know that they always say like Londoners are a bit...
No, but that's why they used to put a lot of the Londoners.
Yeah.
If they misbehave,
they
put them on Isle of Wight.
That's it, to make them,
You know what I mean? So that happened, and then I was playing playing well. And then Ambrose Mendy got released, and he said, listen, when I come out, I'm going to sort out some trials. I thought he was going at it. I thought, yeah, rubbish.
Obviously, prisoner to prisoner.
It's
all right in prison with my door.
Let's see what you're going to do.
Rubbish, So then I come out, I got my second parole, and what they done, prison were very clever in what they done. They let me out pre-season. They give me parole pre-season.
Okay.
So I can't get in trouble in between. So they let me out pre-season. July the 13th, I got out. And he rung up the prison the day before and said, listen, I've got a trial for you at Southend. So I come straight out of prison. The next day, I got to go Southend on trial. Ended up going Southend on trial. But I thought I was fit, innit? Football fitness is different than prison fitness. Right? The first run, I said, what is this? And that's me, yeah? I was like, nah, this is long. Right? So I was there for a month, and I still got good friends from that football club, because all of them, you can walk in a changing room and they boy you off. But they had some good people there. Ricky Otto.
Yeah.
Andy Answer.
Oh, yeah.
Chrissy Powell.
Yeah.
Brett Angel. All of them looked out for me. You know what I mean?
Because you said Brett Angel, he had a decent career. He had a decent career. And I remember Ricky Otto as the winger.
And he come out of jail as well. He was in Camp Hill.
Okay.
He was in Camp Hill as well?
He was in Camp Hill. Right? He was in Camp Hill before me. Right? So, obviously, he knew I'd come out of jail, so the men had looked out for me. And I'll always be grateful to them. And Barry Fry, do you remember Barry Fry?
Barry Fry, yeah.
He was the manager.
100%.
Him and Edwin Steen. And them boys always said to me, like, you should have got something, but I never got nothing.
Yeah.
So I went from there. I went to Millwall again.
You're a Millwall boy.
Loving you, boy.
I'm glad I never signed for Millwall, but
they're loving you there.
They tried to offer me £200 a week, but they wanted me to stay in digs with the young boys. And I'm like, obviously the man never trusted me.
Yeah.
So I said, forget that. I'll just come out of jail. If you don't trust me, I don't want to play for you, innit?
Yeah. And you're on the ends. It's ends in South London.
Cheeky,
so
though.
what are you doing?
It's cheeky though. Like, why am I staying in digs?
So then I went Wimbledon, crazy game. I scored in one game and they must have offered me $250, but I said, nah, I turned that one down. Then I went to Sunderland.
Yeah.
Which for me is probably the best choice I ever made, because it's got me away from London.
Of course. It's
all
far
the
away.
rubbish, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Far away.
And remember Terry Butcher, who was England
centre back.
Yeah.
Bandage.
Everyone knows that.
Bandage.
Yeah. Number 6.
Yeah.
Number 6, isn't it?
Yeah,
Number 6, yeah.
So I went up there. On a Sunday.
He was like Rangers and Ipswich and
Rangers, Ipswich.
Yeah.
So went out there on a Sunday. Put me in a hotel. First hotel I've ever stayed in. Bad boy hotel, like sauna, jacuzzi. I'm thinking, man's living life.
I just come out I've been in that sharing cubicle showers to this.
To this.
So you got to wear slippers on the floor, and then now I don't even need a towel.
But even then, though, the first couple of days, man's homesick, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
I ain't got no one there. I don't know no one.
Yeah.
So I trained on the Monday, train Tuesday, train Wednesday. We have a game on the Thursday against Leeds. And played against a boy called Kevin Sharp. I played right wing. And you know when you've played well. I terrorised him.
Oh, so your position was a winger?
At first.
Okay.
Yeah. So I terrorised him now. So next morning, the gaffer calls me in the office. Sat me down and he's gone, listen, you excite me, son. I'm going to sign you. So, big Terry Butcher, you know.
So he started the combo.
Like that. Not even how you finding it or nothing.
Man said, you excite me. Yeah, them kind of lads there would have made me feel like,
trust me.
I want to play for you.
Yeah.
No.
You know that. So he said, listen, go back to London, get your stuff. We've got another game against Leicester on a Tuesday. Get all your stuff, and then you travel with the team on the way back. And then you sign it when you get back. So we played the game at Leicester, and the coach drew 0-0. I remember it like it was yesterday. And then come back on a coach. I've never been on one of the coaches with the boys and all that as well. Gone back to the hotel. And then I signed on my mum's birthday. My mum's birthday today again.
My birthday today?
My mum's birthday today.
Big.
So I signed on my mum's birthday. And then I made my debut 2 days later, live on ITV against Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Imagine that. So 3 months before,
Oh, yeah.
You're looking at
you're looking at it, thinking that what am I going to do when I come out? And then 3 months later, you're on a TV screen.
ITV, like,
you can't even write.
You know, the funny thing, like, in the warm-up, I played 20 minutes in that one. In the warm-up, they played Jailhouse Rock.
Was that intentional?
Yes, it was intentional.
Of course it was. Come on.
My captain at the time, he put something in the programme. The next day, he think Middlesbrough think they're funny playing Jailhouse Rock to him. Listen, I never been to this. I'm free, man.
You're out.
Yeah, I'm free.
And you're playing.
Yeah,
come on.
So we lost that game 4-1. And then on the Tuesday, throws me straight in against Luton at home. Got MOM 1-2-0.
Easy.
I remember that as well. Like, after the game, all the reporters want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, when 1 minute you're in jail, then you've got all these reporters.
Why that in your face?
Was that situation there a bit overwhelming?
No, you know what? With me, like, I take everything in my stride. I always do take everything in my stride. You know what I mean? I don't really. I get nervous before games, but once I'm there, I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That weren't overwhelming to me. The best part of the night was we went out in Newcastle in 2 days.
Hey, listen, party.
I actually see Andy Cohen there, because you know Andy Cohen was firing at that time in Newcastle. But that's why I love Andy. Come up to me. Congrats on signing for Sunderland. If you need anything, here's my number.
Straight off. Didn't know you like that.
Nah. And that's why me and him are always close now. Like, if I see him anywhere, we spend the whole night together.
Yeah.
He's down.
Yeah.
Nah, he is.
He comes across as that. I
met him last year.
Yeah.
I went to Tottenham United.
Yeah.
And he was in the box because my mates there. But you know when you're looking at a man and saying, this guy's authentic, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there's
blood.
there's no schisms about him. He was authentic. Like, even how he was dealing with people, there wasn't no change. Like, you know, like, he was him, like, yeah, man, just go do. And I was like,
he's real,
that's Andy Cole,
he's real.
He's straight.
I've got a lot of love for him, you know what I mean? Because not anyone will come up to you,
of course.
Especially at that time of his.
Yeah, he was a height.
He was the guy.
Yeah, man.
He was the guy at them time, the Championship scoring, Premiership scoring, and he was the guy, man.
I don't think he gets the respect that he deserves.
He doesn't get the flowers at all.
I think we could be here all day.
He doesn't get the flowers at all.
Like, when I was growing up, I used to play for a team called Tia Mitchell.
Yeah.
And
I know too, and I played it too.
Yeah. And every time we used to go to get the kit, I had to wear 9.
Because of him.
Because of him.
Yeah.
I had to wear 9. I had to, like, he was my striker, like, he was that. And even in the list now, he's top 5. He's what, 4th, I think. Yeah. And he ain't mentioned like the Shearers or the Lampard. The Lampard's lower than him, and he doesn't get that accolade.
No.
Silly.
Well, we know why anyway.
Come on. But big up Andy Cole. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. So you just rewind a little bit. You see when you came out.
Yeah.
From the time frame from when you came out to when you came on live on ITV.
It was 3 months.
Yeah. Was there always a risk factor of going back to where?
No, I think
going back to the roles basically.
Where I had trials and I had something to aim for.
Okay.
It took away that risk factor.
All right.
I knew I had to go training.
Yeah.
And this is what I say to all young youths. You need some structure. All right? You need to get out and do something what you enjoy. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you know, if you're boredom
will send you
dangerous,
to
man.
Yeah, it's very really
hands, isn't it?
Yeah,
really
man.
That's what I always say.
Huh?
Yeah. I always say that idle mind, idle hands.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because even with my boys, like I say to you all the time, you know, my whole thing with football was structure.
Yeah.
That was it. Like, they've done well.
Yeah.
And they've gone on to do little bits and bobs and done well, but the mentality at first, especially my oldest son, because of where we come from, was strictly structure. He had something to do on this day. There was something to do that day.
Yeah.
So he had that kind of structure. Fortunately, he got into the academy system, so it got better, the structure. You get what I mean? But that's what it was all about. Because I just think football gives you that, sport gives you that.
Definitely.
Yeah, it does. Gives you that discipline, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
100%.
Definitely.
Waking up early to do this.
Yeah.
No, it does. No, definitely. So with your time at Sunderland, obviously you're getting MOM, you're playing
MOM.
games and whatnot.
I played 2 other games, and then the manager got sacked.
Terry got sacked, didn't he?
He got sacked, which was hard for me. The reserve team manager took over. Was
it because of results or why?
Yeah, because of results.
Okay.
Yeah, so the reserve team manager took over. Never liked me. I knew he never liked me from the off. You know what I mean? So like, one time I wanted to punch his coach in his mouth. You know, no, he slapped me around my head. All right?
Okay.
Anyone else would have done that.
Yeah.
I'm sticking it on you.
You're not saying that, but
I mean, but I knew that if I reacted, that's my career finished before it even started.
Imagine that.
So I must have been at Sunderland 7 months, and then it wasn't working.
Because you only got a year, right? You only offered you a year contract.
It gave me a year, was a year's option.
Okay, yeah.
But Terry Butcher's assistant manager got a job at Doncaster.
Okay.
So I must have rung him and said, listen, I need to get out of here. I said, I'll take you. So they must have he paid £20,000 for me, which 7 months, £20,000. I mean, I thought, right, man's paying money for me now.
Yeah.
This is different.
To buy out for the remainder of your contract? For the remainder of your contract?
No, it's just give me, because they wanted to sell me anyway, Sunderland. So £20,000 would get me off the books. And then I say to everyone as well, sometimes in life you've got to take a step backwards to come forwards.
I don't even say that because people think they see that as a negative. I say just you take a step to the side, then you can go forward again. Because sometimes when you say backwards, you know, some of them read it wrongly. Oh, I'm going back.
No, but I went League 2.
Yeah. No, but that's still taking a step to the side. Either way you see it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always say take a step babackwards sometimes to look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Right? So I went Doncaster now.
Yeah.
I was only there 10 months, but Ian Atkins signed me. But then he got the sack again in 2 months. So I'm thinking, like, I must be getting managers a sack. But
what's in my water?
But it turned out to be the biggest blessing. Because, like, pre-season now, I was off, I was in London. They had a man called Sammy Chung, wicked manager. He took over. He never knew nothing about me. Obviously, I played about 8, 9 professional games, so people in football don't really know about me. So, like, I had to stay in digs. They sorted out my digs. I come back later than everyone else because they're sorting out my digs. I've come back and I've trained and I've played in the game. And he had some brother called George Smith who never really smiled with no one, like a sergeant major. So they brought me in the office the next day. I scored one, made one. Brought me in the office the next day. I thought I was in trouble.
As you do.
You know when managers pull you and you're thinking,
what have I done now?
So I was thinking, like, what's it? So he sat me down. He's gone, what do you want to achieve in your football career? I said, I want to play in the Premier League. Listen, with your ability, your fitness, you can play wherever you want to play. Right? So after that, every team talk, get the ball out to Jamie, take people on, get crosses in. Right? For someone to build a team around you and say, listen, go out and express yourself.
Listen,
I was
that's
like,
amazing.
I was like, wicked. And we had a good team at the time. We had a good team spirit. And then after 10 months, Leicester come in and sign me in the Premier League.
Well, hold on. Let's add it all up.
Yeah.
17 months.
17 months in the game.
Yeah.
20 months before that, you sitting down in the cell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So within 2 years, under 2 years, you've got yourself from, as your book says,
from prison to the Premier League.
From prison to the Premiership.
And
Premiership, it's Premiership at the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Premier League.
So how does that one get in your head?
Like, when he rung up, my agent rung up and said, it's Barry Silkman at this time. When he rung up, I'm like, I said, Leicester want to sign you. I said, start talking rubbish. I said, I'm deadly serious. We're going out there tomorrow. You've got medical tomorrow. They've agreed a fee of 300 grand. I'm like, Nah. And then we went out to Leicester. Now. I had a medical. But my thing as well, I always say it as well, I use the Sunderland thing as motivation.
All right.
Yeah. Where the manager's like, not rating, man. I say, all right, cool.
I'm going to come, I can show you, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I passed them on the way up, all right? They was in the Championship, all right? That's what I'm saying. I took a step back
of course.
to pass, man.
Yeah.
So then we went to Leicester now. Mark McGee was the manager.
Oh, okay.
All right. And Colin Lee was his assistant. End up signing. And then I made my debut against Man City away at Main Road.
Wow.
Set up the winner. 1-0. But then it never went as smoothly as I wanted it to under Mark McGee.
Right.
And then
what was he like as a manager?
Any clash between you?
No, you see me. I like truthful people. Like if you're leaving me out, leave me out, but tell me why you're leaving me out. The proper reason. Don't tell me I'm in your plans and you don't play me. I'm not even in your squad because it don't make no sense.
Yeah.
It's still the lyrics we hear today, to be fair.
After the first season, he was playing me the first season, second season, weren't even in his plans. But then football works in mysterious ways. He went to the Wolves.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he cut out to Wolves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which we thought was a bigger club. Yeah?
Yes. I do remember.
Then the best manager I've ever had come in, Martin O'Neill.
No.
Legendary.
Yeah.
But even that never started well at first. I was travelling from London to Leicester every day to train and then driving back. Right?
Oh, you went on staying up there?
I weren't staying up there, like, I wanted to be around my boys in London and that.
You've gone from being in London 300 miles away to being closer to the home, but now you literally...
Doncaster's a bit odd as well.
That's what I mean.
Doncaster's 200 miles.
Yeah, it's awkward spot. And now you're closer. You're probably what?
And Leicester's 100 miles.
90 miles? Oh, yeah.
Leicester's exactly 100 miles.
Yeah. And then now you want to be back in London.
So, like, obviously I'd gal in London and all that. I'd gal on my boys in London. So I'm down all the time. I'm back in the pub. But no one had ever taught me how to be a professional. So I never knew. I was learning on the job. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'd never been coached.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when Martin come in now, first I'm involved. And then I threw a sickie for 10 days.
What?
Unintentional or intentional?
I was ringing up saying I'm ill. But he was onto man, yeah? Right? So listen, I want a doctor's note. Right? So I managed to get one by faking it, yeah?
Yeah.
But he was onto me. Right? So we had Crystal Palace in the playoff final. And now, I've been sick for 10 days. I tried to get involved in it with my suit and all that. So I'll come to the club now. He's gone, listen, get your suit and F off. I do not want to see you until next season.
Wow.
So I'm like, right, this man is serious.
That woke man up differently.
Yeah, but there's more to come with this. So like, obviously there's a lot of money riding on it as well. Like, Claridge scored the last minute winner to get to the Prem.
Steve,
so I'm buzzing anyway, like, we're in the Prem again.
Yeah.
Then pre-season comes, I'm doing all right. And he's watching me, but I'm doing all right. Then we have to go to an army camp. And I had to report at 12 o'clock. I'm travelling from London on the train. I got there at 12:15. They're gone, innit? Right? And this was way in Cornwall or something like that. Tor Point. So I got trained the next day. Met them up there. So he's gone to me like, oh, what happened? I said, the train was delayed. So I thought, yeah, he bought it, yeah. Next day, I was sat at dinner, yeah. At lunch, he's called me out. He's gone, listen, you lying piece of shit. Right? He had got all the trains printed out. He printed out. Internet was not out then time there, you know? He had all the time.
I said there weren't no Google that time there.
There weren't no straight line apps or nothing. How did he get that?
Oh, now I don't know. So like, it's going to be like this shit. It's going to listen. This is going to be the hardest pre-season you ever do in your life. I was traveling with the first team, traveling with the reserve team, and traveling with the youth team. I was all over the country. I never had no days off for a month. All right? None.
Nicky,
I was
shit,
everywhere.
know yourself.
That's it, he was everywhere.
Yeah.
But because I never said nothing, and I got on with it, all right? By the start of the season, I was in and around the squad, and I was in and around the squad the whole year.
Big.
All right? Because I got my head down.
Yeah.
And then what's mad, yeah? Later on, something happened where I used to meet Steve Claridge or Colin Hill in Northampton or Luton, and the trains were delayed. So them boys had to go. And I ended up getting a cab from Northampton to training. And normally you have to pay a fine for being late or whatever. I was an hour late. I went to give Steve Walford, who was Martin O'Neill's assistant, the money. He's gone, I don't want your money. He said, last season you wouldn't even have turned up. He said, you've come a long way.
Wow.
All right.
Mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mindset.
All right. And he said, you've come a long way. I said, and he always had the soft spot for me anyway. Yeah. And then that season there, we stayed up comfortable in the Premiership and we won the League Cup.
Yeah.
League Cup winners medal.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I was like, I was involved in everything. And even to this day, when Martin O'Neill sees me, he hugs me and says how proud he is of me.
Yeah.
And that's why best man manager I've ever played with, played for. Hesk, he had Heskey running wild at that time. Heskey was my roomie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was my
Big
roomie.
Emil. Yeah.
Best player I played with.
What is that like though? I mean, within 3 years, you've literally gone from 0 to 100. And like, where were you mentally in terms of, not saying that you had anxiety, but did you ever think to a point like, this is actually a bit too much? Because when certain people get to that, like rags to riches, it's like, whoa. You know, they start to, they fall back a bit. Yeah, I'm here, but this is too much.
My mentality weren't like that. I was just like,
taking it in your stride.
Yeah, I took it in my stride and I thought, this is where I belong actually.
Straight.
You know what I mean? I like, they're picking me. A Premier League team, I'm always in your squad. I must, and I've never been coached.
I must have something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what? It took me years to realise what I had. You know what I mean? Because I was just honest, I was hard working. Obviously, I must have had ability as well. But I was a grafter. And it's only later when you're older and you realise, man never even liked to play against me in training. I was everyone's first pick. They said, I'm not going near him because he just kicked me. Yeah?
Because that team was what? Muzzy, is it?
Well,
Muzzy, is it? Was in
Muzzy,
that team.
I spoke to Muzzy the other day, actually.
I used to love him. I used to love watching him.
Baller.
I used to love watching him. Muzzy, is it? Love him.
But Lenny, Neil Lennon,
Yeah.
Claridge and Hesk up front. We had a good team, man. Gups on the left.
Yeah.
Simon
Guppy,
Grayson.
It was mad.
Yeah.
Simon Grayson. We had Matty Elliott, Steve Walsh, Spencer Pryor, Casey Keller.
Yeah.
Gary Parker.
Casey Keller, I remember him.
Gary Parker was the best passer of a football I played with.
The eight. I always remember Villa.
Yeah.
Villa as well.
And Forest.
Yes.
Baller.
No, couple, yeah. When
we
you look back,
had a good team,
when
man.
you look back at that Leicester team, they were like a team of no names.
Yeah.
But everybody made a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Like everybody out of that Leicester team.
I remember that Muzzy is it, man.
Now Muzzy
I
was
remember that
for
Muzzy
me.
is it. I remember.
It was him and Parker in the midfield.
And Lenny. And Lennon. Yeah.
And it was like Lennon was the sitter in
The
it.
sitter, yeah.
And then Muzzy was like the 8 and
Yeah.
8 and the man was the 10.
Yeah.
But it was like Muzzy is it to me was like, yo, he was just small, around,
Yeah.
he
Techie.
could move the ball quick.
Yeah, get on the ball.
Always moving.
Yeah, could run for fun.
But as you said, the best player you played with was Heskey.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will be going, yo, what do you mean, Heskey?
Yeah.
Emil, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
from seeing little bits of him.
Yeah.
But you was with him day in,
Day
day out.
Like, he used to.
Would you say he's another one that's kind of in the underrated bracket?
100%.
Yeah. Look, he used to ruin Sol, Rio, right? He used to ruin them. They couldn't live with him, bro.
Yeah.
The truth, his speed, his power,
and
his
he
strength.
could run every distance. I went up to see him 6 weeks, and we were talking about the same little things, like about the mindset. Like when we train, when we're running, we want to win.
Because he's like, I think he's the women's coach. He's doing something up at Leicester now, isn't it? Yeah, he's a women's coach over there. Now he's getting into coaching.
Yeah. No, but everyone, you know, when people listen, like he got the big money moves to Liverpool, and it was like, did it really work and that? And I'm thinking, my man scored goals.
Yeah.
But
I don't know where he went and he didn't score.
Listen to Michael Owen. And
he says he's the best player he's ever played. He's the best partner.
Owen loves him. Owen loves him.
So he's the reason why I flourished.
Of course.
Yeah. Owen said it straight.
You got beat up, Owen got the scraps.
Yeah,
like,
straight.
They're beating up the centre half, and now you get the scraps.
And then Owen's getting the scraps. Like, and remember football back then. So you had like Sunderland with Kevin Phillips.
And
now Quinn.
Quinn,
And everyone's
big and little,
thinking, but man scored like 35 goals that season or something crazy like.
Knockdowns.
And the first season, Hess was at Liverpool scored 20.
Yeah. So it's the evolution of the game, innit?
Yeah.
Because like it was 4-4-2 then.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Then it changed into the 4-3-3.
Yeah.
And now everyone's dropping to this 3-4-3.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Why no? You had a stage where like the 10 was like the big thing. So you had a 4-2-3-1.
Yes.
But then now everyone's kind of reverting back because.
No, sorry. We've got now the 4-2-3-1. It is the 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, well, Liverpool 4-3-3.
4-3-3. But you know, I just think the 3 at the back stuff is just. I think we're heading in a direction where we've got crap defenders.
Oh, we've got rubbish defenders.
We've got rubbish defenders in the game. It's as simple as that.
How are they trying to make it entertainment?
Of course.
With
the wing back, you know, they mask it because the wing backs are now attackers. But really and truly, we've got crap defenders.
Like last how many games we got into the Premiership? 5? Say? If that?
3, 4. 3-4, yeah.
3-4.
Yeah.
In those 3-4 games, I think it's the most goals.
Unbelievable.
Scored in a 3-4 span.
You had what? 13 goals in the space of 4 hours.
Come on.
Yeah, I know.
With the Liverpool and the...
Not even talked about Liverpool.
We're not even going to get into that. But it just goes to show how crap the defenders got. It's crap. Yeah, it's proper crap.
But this comes from academies now. They don't teach people how to defend.
Oh.
No.
Oh, man.
We could be here for days. We could be here for time.
I get man messaging me.
Yeah.
I want to be a ball playing centre half. I said, can you defend? Huh? Can you defend? About ball playing.
No, but they're not on that. And this is what I realise is there's a mentality of centre-backs being Stones.
Yeah.
And when I look at that, I think, but Stones is screwed right now.
Yeah.
Because of that. Because he is a decent ball-playing defender, but can he defend?
Can he defend? No.
So we're at a catch-22.
Yeah.
Because I know what you want, because you want that defender to be able to miss out that first line.
Yeah.
And play that ball through.
Get to the midfield.
I get it. I 100% get it. But not everybody's going to be able to do that.
No.
But what everybody is going to be able to do is defend if you teach a defender how to defend. Even yesterday, I was with my son's mate and just turning his body.
Yeah.
Just move. He was jockeying my son and I just told him, just move your leg.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. You're thinking about moving your whole body.
Yeah.
Like, all it is the bottom half and just turn.
Yeah.
Simple. And you'll go back to that side.
Yeah.
But because you're thinking of so much movement, he's going to do you.
Yeah.
What happened? He done him. Do you get what I mean? So we're not teaching, especially academy level. There is no teaching because they don't even want you to go on the floor. A slide tackle is like against the rules.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So it's changed, especially from that.
We know that already. You talk about it all the time. So you've from Leicester. Obviously, you've gone on to become a legend at somewhere else. But how did the Leicester? How did that end?
Like my contract was up at Leicester now.
Yeah,
and we just won the cup, stayed up comfortably. And the gaffer's he's gone, sat me down. He's gone, listen, you was the hardest one because of obviously what's gone on before. But I said, listen, I want you to stay. And I'm going to offer you a 2-year contract, but you have to move up if you're signing. He said, listen.
Martin O'Neill said this.
Yeah, Martin O'Neill said, listen, couple clubs have come in for you already, and because of your loyalty and what you've done for us, I'll let you go for 50 grand so you can go and earn some money.
Wow.
He said, I said to him, therefore I'll just go back and talk to my family And I come back on Monday, we go out for lunch and we'll see where I'm at.
Yeah.
So that's what I've done the weekend to think about it. And I made up my mind. My agent come on the phone, said that Bradford are interested. He was in the Championship now. I never even knew where Bradford was. So,
just like you didn't know where Sunderland and Doncaster was.
I never knew where them places were.
You don't come out of London.
That's what happens. That's what happens when London just clutch your head. But go on, Clouds. Sorry.
So come back weekend now. Said to him, Gaffer, that's what he said to me as well. I can't guarantee you first team football. You can be on the bench, you'll be part of the squad and whatever. I said, you know what, Gaffer, I've got to go and play. Because you never know how good you can be unless you play. Yeah. So I made that decision. Then I went to Jamaica. Jamaica was my then gal at the time. And Bradford coming now. I ended up signing in Jamaica via fax.
Yeah, it gets like that.
Yeah.
It gets like that sometimes.
Chris Kamara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was the manager. That's another story.
Cammy.
Yeah. Turned out to
the way you just said that, and the way you look where it was
ended up being another story, that one. So I come back from Jamaica now, and they're in quite early. I think it's 28th or 29th of June, which is very early back then. I was just stepped off the plane. I have to go out to Bradford now. I step off the train at Bradford. I'm thinking, wow, what's this like? Then I'm in this hotel, go to training the next day. I had done nothing.
Yeah.
I was being on the drink, on the cocktail, and with my girl. Done nothing. Got caught slipping pre-season. My man Cammy loved to run, right? So the first run we done was 6.5 mile canal run. The first part is 1.5 miles uphill. I'm at the back with the keepers, blowing out of my arse, like, you know, you're a new signing. You want to make it running with the keepers.
Trying to get to the middle of the front. You know,
if you're with the keepers, you're not fit because the keepers don't have to be fit. But
so like, he weren't too impressed. Like, you signing, you're back with the keepers. You know what I mean? I get fit quickly. So after a couple of weeks, I'm up. All the power running, I'm winning that now.
Yeah.
But season started well. Started doing all right. And then, I done the worst session with Chris Kamara. We done one-on-ones on the full pitch, the whole pitch. We had to start in the middle, call your number, run round the goal, and come back, and you have to take your man on. All right? Well, by the time you run round the goal and back, you're bust.
You're done,
You're bust.
You're done.
Some military training day, you know?
That was his session. I was like, and then I remember one day, like, we must have had a bad result, and he come in and dissected everyone, cussing everyone. You're rubbish. You're this. Can't do that. Can't do that. Not with everyone.
That was his management style.
That's his management style.
So he's just coming in.
So he's not really a man manager. He's just literally.
No, he's a team manager.
Yeah, he's a team manager.
He doesn't care about individuals. He cares about teams.
I can take it.
Yeah.
But the next man next to me might not be able to take it.
Yeah.
But to draw him aside and say, listen, you can do this better or whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
So kind of lost the dressing room.
Of course.
Then he got sacked, which was a blessing in disguise, because Paul Jewell was his assistant.
Paul Jewell, yeah.
And
legendary.
I used to go out drinking with Paul Jewell because he was good friends with one of the players, Eddie Young. So I knew him well anyway outside of the club.
Yeah.
So then he took over. Obviously, it's got to change now, isn't it? He can't be coming out drinking with the boys and all that. So he loved me. But I had learned a lesson. He had 3 months in charge till the end of the season. Then they gave him the job permanently.
Yeah.
But the season before, where I came back unfit, I said, that's never going to happen to me again. Right? So in pre-season, when the season finished, I never drunk for a year and a half. 1 year and a half. Never had a drink. I trained at 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and 12 o'clock at night. And I timed all my runs. I had to beat them. Right? I went back to pre-season, flying, winning everything. called me in straight away. Gone to me. Want to offer you a new contract. Give me 4 years. So I had a year left. Give me 4 years. Right.
That's the longest you got. That's the longest offer you've had, yeah.
Give me 4 years.
That's big.
Right, straight away. And he's gone to me. I'm not playing you in some of these pre-season games. You're too fit already. You're prime already.
Yeah. So because in case of burnout later on in the season and that, yeah.
And we made some good signings. We made Stuart McCall come back.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah, ended up being the manager, didn't it?
Yeah, Lee Mills. Obviously, Biggs had signed the same time as me. Who else signed? Stephen Wright. We had Darren Moore.
Yeah.
We had Isaiah Rankin come there as well.
Okay.
We had made a good few signings, and that Gareth Waddy, underrated as well, man. Baller.
You feel that?
Yeah, so like, never started good, you know. We were second from bottom after 6 games. We played Bolton live on Sky. There was talk about the gaffer getting sacked if we lost that game. We ended up drawing it and then going on 20-game unbeaten run, which then we was second in the league. And then we had to go
in that 20 run. Was it more wins than draws, or was it kind of
more wins?
More wins than draws.
We never used to. When we used to go down, we never panicked
like that
because we knew we had goals in our team.
Yeah.
Had a whole heap of goals all over. Everyone would score goals. And we had to play Wolves last game of the season to go up into the Premiership. They had to beat us to go into the playoffs. And what a game. Robbie Keane was playing for them at the time. They went 1-0 up after 15 minutes. Probably the best thing what happened to us.
Yeah,
to settle us down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then we battered them. Big scored the first goal. Remember Robbie Blake?
Oh, come on, man.
Baller.
You don't remember him?
Robbie Blake, bang!
Baller, yeah.
Come on.
He set up Millsy for 1, made it 2-1. And then Blakey scores. Well, he twists up Keith Curl. I think they're unravelling Keith Curl now. Untied. He made it 3-1 now, yeah. And then I got brought down for a penalty. He scored this with the olays and everything. Biggs misses it, innit? So they go down the other end now and score.
As always.
Squeaky bum time now, yeah? Then they get a free kick. Paul Simpson curls it round the wall, hits the inside of the post and comes out. This is when you know it's your day. You know it's your day. And then they blow the final whistle. Bradford City in the Premier League.
Big.
First time they've ever been in the Premier League. So man's part of history. You know? And what a team, by the way. Gaffer was different class.
So you're back in the Prem now?
Back in the Prem again. That's why I went there in the first way, because they said we want to get in the Prem. That's the first time. And I knew that if I go there, I'm going to play all the time.
Yeah.
And I needed to play.
Yeah.
And then the next season now, boy, you got all them teams coming.
You got the teams now coming to Valley Parade.
One game what sticks out for me, played Arsenal at Highbury.
Okay, I was going to say maybe that, because I remember there was one game, sorry to come off, you had pink hair, or was it red hair?
No, I was going to ask him a question.
That's what I remember, yeah.
No, what I was going to say is, you've all gone to, I was going to say, when he went through it, like, bro, what was all that about?
I'll get to that.
Did you lose a bet or something? But yeah, go on. I want to understand. I want to understand.
The game was early.
It
was early. We go to Highbury, and they got Henri, Petit, Vieira. They got Overmars, Bergkamp.
Yeah, they got the team.
Baller.
You got the team.
Ballers, yeah. So sometimes the gaffer used to do this. He used to play me at right back. Because I had pace, so I could defend. Henri's playing left wing. When he first came, he played left wing, innit?
Yes.
So I got to play against him. He knocked the ball past me in the first 2 minutes. I said, right, this is going to be a long night. All right? I don't think we come out of our half. Yeah? We got the biggest 2-0 battering ever. But he come off after 65 minutes. Henri. Guess who come on? Overmars.
Oh.
I look at the gaffer, I say, thanks. Yeah.
There weren't no
Right
rest.
Yeah.
There weren't no rest. Man said, yeah, man, ease off now. So like, what? I got 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Rest. They're gonna put on something.
They're going to put on someone like maybe Ali Adier or something like
Yeah,
that. You look to the left and like, what?
Overmars.
Overmars.
Now it's a different kind of argument.
They're just
now.
scratching your neck like, yo,
Yeah.
my man, come back a bit. Just sit there.
You know that ducking a piece.
Just tuck it a little.
Tucking a little piece.
I'm blowing it.
So that game was proper, but that season,
Hmm.
obviously I'd started dyeing my hair with different colours, isn't it? Just add a little bit of fun to the game, man.
Oh, so it wasn't like you lost a bet or anything like that?
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
And you know
You
what?
was
It done well for me with the gallon still.
Yeah.
It done well for
At
me.
least something that to make sense of that, you
It
know?
done well for me.
I remember
man.
Red, I remember Pig.
Yeah.
You know what though? The gaffer weren't pleased when I
I
first
can imagine,
started.
because he's old school like that. Them man don't like that
So
stuff.
he started calling me Spice Boy and all that. What you a Spice Boy or what? Because the way I played,
Yeah.
I was all action.
Yes.
No one can tell me about Spice Boy.
Yeah, straight.
I mean, like, I used to dye it every 2-3 weeks, different colour.
Yeah.
I mean, like, West Ham, I did the red and I scored 2 at West Ham. And then we beat Arsenal at home and I had red hair. Not a lot of teams like it coming to Valley Parade because
It's tight. It's very compact.
Tight,
Yeah,
and
the
we
fans
made
are
it
close to
still.
the pitch and
I
that.
made sure the pitch was rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a leveler. Yeah. And it's cold.
There
Yeah.
was no smoothness into that ground. It's
No.
like
And the way we played as well, you take a bad touch around me and I'm lifting you up.
that.
And they don't like that. Especially them Frenchmen
Yeah,
and
of course.
whatever.
The foreign ones, they didn't like it. They don't like the physical
Nah.
stuff.
What
It's
is
all
this?
that.
This is
Yeah.
football.
Yeah. They don't like it.
You don't play like that.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Like, you know what I mean? What's going on there?
That season was memorable. The only team that beat us badly home and away was Man United. But that was some joke thing as well. We went to Old Trafford. It was 0-0. 65 minutes to go. Sheringham and Solskjaer were playing. And then you look over
He made the double sub.
at double sub, Cole and York. We ended up losing 4-0.
Man made the double sub, man. You know, man's looking over and like, yeah, man, it's only short. Yeah.
Nah.
Nah, man.
Trouble, here comes
When you
trouble.
waiting for Europe? The man they were waiting for the European campaign.
Here comes trouble.
Ended up losing 4-0.
And what about the one at Valley Parade?
Lost 4-0 against them as well. But that, Bex, remember that? I'll tell you what goal you will remember from that game. Paul Scholes volley.
Oh,
Volley.
I was just about to say, was that the one from the corner?
yeah,
And he just picked.
Yeah, the volley.
You can't do nothing about that.
No.
Nah, but he pinged that. Bro.
Yeah, but
Like
you can't defend that. That season was tough. It was tough. But we had to beat Liverpool last game of the season to stay up in the Premier League, which is obviously my team as well. But leading up to that game, on the Wednesday, I had a phone call from Yard saying that my dad's dying.
Oh, wow.
So I had been out injured as well, 5 weeks. I broke my jaw in training, both sides, just before the Newcastle game. So I had all my jaw wired up. I just had the wires out before the Leicester game. He put me on the bench, I come on for 20 minutes. Now the Liverpool game's here. I must have went into the gaffer. I said to him, Gaffer, like, my dad's dying. I don't think I can play in this game. I said, listen, do it for your dad. So like, he threw me straight in. I played like a man possessed. Like, I was all over the place. Like, even he said on my podcast the other day, said, listen, he said he could see the Liverpool players. They were scared the way I was closing man down. I was all over the shop. I was on it. Lifting man up. I was on it.
Yeah.
And then obviously we beat them 1-0. Weber's header.
Yeah.
Great header. What a header that.
Yeah, oh yeah. Now it's all flicking back. That's when Liverpool was wearing that green kit.
Yeah, they just green kit. And obviously I'm playing against my boy Hesk, innit?
Yeah.
And this is the difference. You see, when I'm playing against my brethren, I don't even look at you in the tunnel. Yeah? I'm
You ain't
on
my
this
brethren for
warlord thing. Yeah?
You ain't my brethren for now. I'll see you in 90 minutes. I see you in 90
As you go
minutes.
over that white wear.
Straight.
Yeah.
I'll see you in 90 minutes, big man.
Yeah, after the game we can have a drink.
Cool, 100.
Yeah. So like, we beat them 1-0 now. Mad celebration, everyone's run on the pitch and that. And I come in the change room now. All the boys are celebrating. They never knew about my dad.
You just brought it down.
the gaffer comes up to me and he goes, "That's for your dad." I was like,
That was
loud, man. I was crying in the corner.
That was
Yeah,
it. That was it. That was
yeah,
it.
bro.
And,
Yeah, bro.
I didn't even need you to finish that
Yeah.
line. Because
Yeah,
as soon
bro.
as the gaffer came up to you and said that,
Yeah.
I would have broke down
Trust
myself.
me.
Yeah, bro.
Trust me,
I
most of us
would've.
would have just come crash landing. It's the end of
Yeah.
the season.
Yeah,
Everyone's
bro.
due